Sometimes a lot of y'all want to cut corners, and that's not very healthy. It's not going to make you any money at all. And so I'm going to show you how to make money right now and do it correctly without cutting corners. You know, you might get a little impatient. It might be a little boring. You know, if you're purchasing a home, you would hopefully really hope that the excavator did a good job and that the foundation guy did a good job and the guy who did the framing did a good job. And if any of those people didn't do a good job, the house would fall apart and it would be like the Money Pit movie or whatnot. I don't know if you guys are old enough to have seen that movie, but here's what we're going to do today. All right, this is going to be very, very important because we're going to be talking about what to do with your domains in 2024 and which ways you can maximize the amount of money you get paid for them. All right, so this is a very, very important lesson. All right, we're not talking about just purchasing a domain and flipping it, make some quick, easy money. This isn't, you know, I would say it's going to be a good video for newbies, intermediates, and advanced people, and people of all walks of life. I mean, you could be a freaking Greenpeace activist, and this is a good video for you, all right? So this is an all-around good message. I mean, a lot of people, they know what a .com is. I think if people didn't, at this point, if they didn't know what a .com was, they would be living on an island with a tribe or something. So, all right, let's jump into it. First of all, we've all talked about how, you know, you purchase a brand name, you do a logo for it, you have a vision for it, and you put it on Flippa. You say, hey guys, so look, here's my vision. You know, I got bigtreats.com. Here's what I think you could do with Big Treats. Look at the logo. You know, it has a cute little dog in the logo. And it could be a dog food site, bigtreats.com. I mean, see it, and boom, you get a $200 sale, right? So you're actually selling your vision. And that's kind of the easy way to do it. But what if you were to create bigtreats.com? All right? And then you didn't only build the website, you also did the social media accounts, and maybe you even did some commercials or something. But it's not making any money. All right? At that point, you're like, I don't want to continue with this. I want to flip it. All right? Are you going to get paid based on the revenue? No, there is no revenue. But you're going to get paid on all of those assets. So that's maximizing the amount of material that you built up for this brand. All right? Now I'm going to go into a little bit of how you can start making money with this thing too. So, you know, say you did howtomarryarichman.net. All right? And it teaches gold diggers how to maximize when they purchase a man. All right? So you put this site on ClickBank, all right? Now, this is where it gets really cool, all right? You got your front page where people see it. That's the .com, you know, when they go to marryarichman.com, they go to that page. Then it says, hey, you know, you got to write some copy, all right? If you want to learn how to marry a rich man, buy now. Now, they buy it for $10, right? And then it goes to a thank you page, all right? On that thank you page, people download the book that you wrote. All right? So that's about it. You might want to have some OTOs or some upsells for it. Now, one of the ideas for an upsell would be like $100. So it would go $10 to $97 or something. And that $100 could be a weekly meeting that you do with your customers on Zoom. Cool, right? And, you know, again, we're being competitive with our pricing compared to like karate lessons or cooking lessons or getting a massage or going to the therapist. You know, everyday life, we're being competitive with that. All books being sold are competitive with each other. If you buy a CD or, you know, usually a song is $1, right? It's very easy stuff to memorize, you know. So when you're selling something, it should be competitive with other things. So you put it on ClickBank so that the other affiliates on ClickBank sell it for you, all right? This is the best model because once you've done your work, your job was really creating a cool product. Your job really isn't, you know, being a constant advertiser of something, like as an affiliate marketer, making sure that you did something every day. Like, it's kind of like the lazy model when you think of it. You might think like, I don't want to write a book, I don't want to create a product, that sounds like a lot of work or whatever. But the idea is that you're kind of walking up a mountain so that you can fly down the mountain. You know what I mean? The other thing to do, the opposite, would be like be one of those affiliates. Then you're kind of constantly working. Like, the autopilot affiliate model might be like if you did a bunch of videos on YouTube, like the ones I did making the beats, right? Talk about that all the time. It's an amazing story, isn't it? I didn't even think YouTube would work. I remember thinking like, you know, people aren't gonna want to make their own videos. Like, man, was I wrong about that? People like making videos. So anyway, so you put it on ClickBank, and those affiliates, they're going to distribute it all over the place, and you're going to be all over the place. That Marry a Rich Man book, you're going to do a search for it on YouTube or on Google, and you're going to see it all over the place because of the affiliates on there. But it needs to have a price tag on it. Like, you've probably seen Shark Tank. You remember all the times when somebody went in there and they were underpricing themselves, or under you know, there wasn't enough money in it, and the Shark Tank guys were like, and girls, they were like, I'm out. It's not going to make any money because you don't have a how do you make money? You know, you've probably seen that. And a lot of the time, you probably also heard them say, you know, who's going to distribute this? There's nothing in it for anyone else. There's no money for distributors. How are you going to afford the distributor stuff? You always hear about that, right? Like, remember, you know how you hear, how much are you selling it for? And how much does it cost each unit to manufacture, right? And then they start writing and they're doing the math. The person's like, oh, we're selling it for $19.95. Oh, how much does it cost each one? Oh, it's $14. And they're like, all right, so that margin right there is $6. That's not enough money for other people, right? So therefore, you're not going to get any distribution. So the main way to really blow up this, and then it's hands off because it's a digital product, is exactly what I'm telling you to do here. It's a digital product. There is no margin. You know what the margin is? It's going to be after affiliates. So if it's, you know, if you're selling it for $10, $20, you know, say it was $20. $10 goes to the affiliate at least for a digital product. All right? And then you get the other 50. You know, when I first started, I put my stuff on ClickBank because it was an affordable payment processing solution for me. I'm serious. And then I started to see sales come through, and I saw that the sales were not for my full price, which was $15 for my Beats membership. And it was like $4 or something. I was like, what the heck? What was going on here was affiliates would take $7 or something because it was set at 50 or 60%. So they get like $8. And then there was some fees there that went to ClickBank. And then I got the leftover $4, right? So you know what I did? I figured that out, and I was like, I'm going to make my affiliate percentage like 10%. So I did that, and then all of a sudden I noticed a couple days later the sales stopped, right? Because affiliates pulled. They pulled their links. They changed the links on their videos or whatever that was driving the traffic. And, you know, I'd made a big mistake. I made a selfish mistake where I was thinking too small, all right? So I learned my lesson. I put it back to 60% because I was like, you know what? Well, I'll keep the 100% if I sell it. If I do the work and I go out on YouTube or something and I sell it, I'll get. But what I found out was that affiliates keep coming. It keeps compounding. And then so before I knew it, it was like $300 a day, my stupid little apartment in Queens, all from affiliates, right? And I knew that I wouldn't be able to do $300 a day on autopilot, right? That is how you get somewhere. And then here's another bonus, is that you're going to end up in the search engines. You're going to end up SEO'd in the search engines from these affiliates. Just make sure your meta tags are correct, all right? So once you do that, then you can maximize. You started with a domain and a dream and an idea, but you did a little bit more work than usual, and you not only developed on that domain, but you did a product, whether it's an ebook or a control panel or a database or software, whatever it was. And then the affiliates started driving traffic to it. This is so appealing. If you have a site like this that is making consistent money and you put it on Flippa, you're going to sell it for like 12 times, a year worth of money. So if it's 3 months in, it has to be about 3 months in for you to list it on Flippa. So say for instance it's making $20,000 a month. So 20,000 times 12 is like over $200,000 or something. It's like $240,000. That's what you would list the site for. So it's up to you. A lot of people on Flippa will ask you, they'll be like, why are you selling it if it's making so much money? Be like, I'm impatient. I want the money now. Money? That's a couple times I'd be like, for money? I want to get ahead quicker. You know what I mean? True story. When I sold Sonic Producer, now I'm a representative for Explodely, for a payment processor. The owner of Explodely bought Sonic Producer. True story, craziness. But he bought it from the guy that bought it from me. Crazy stuff. All right? So I would like you guys to just really jump into this, dive into 2024 head first, all right, pants off, all that stuff, and develop a little bit more on it if you want to maximize. All right, if you want to maximize how much you're selling these things for. That's really good advice. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow, and thanks so much for tuning in. You're beautiful people. All right, let's make millions.